I doing? What if I'm not good enough? How do I become happy? These are questions that have plagued me for basically forever, and after reading this book, How to Think Like a Roman Emperor, I feel like I now have a better mindset as I approach different situations that have held me back in my career. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how I apply Stoic principles to my product management career and how I review them every day in Obsidian. So if you are looking to improve your career, then this video might be for you. So I'm going to start on a blank page, and then I'm going to list down all of the questions that I kind of like to go through in the morning. In my software engineering career, I'm not gonna lie, I felt like I had it made. I had checked off basically every checkbox in my list. I was independent, I was paying my bills, and I even had time for random hobbies that would just pop up. So I was very happy. Having said that, I didn't really have any goals. I had already achieved the goal of becoming a software engineer, so what else did I have to do? Stoicism taught me to kind of think back on my life and think, am I going in the right direction? Is this what I want to be? Is this the person that I believe I should be? And thinking through that really helped me find direction in my career. Every morning, I start thinking, am I going in the right direction? And it really helps me solidify what I need to be doing for that day. So great, I have direction. Now what? What's really holding me back? My answer to that, I'm pretty sure, is very common to a lot of people. I had a lot of imposter syndrome. I knew that I could do my job. I believed in my skills, but I also questioned every step of the way if other people thought the same thing. Do they think I'm doing the job right? Do they think that I'm doing the job at all? I was so focused on what other people were thinking about me that I prevented myself from making key decisions, and I stopped myself from sharing what might have been important information in a lot of meetings. One of the biggest changes that I have been able to implement after reading this book is trying to stop thinking about what everybody else is thinking. I know there's a million and one quotes out there saying, people are too busy thinking about themselves to be thinking about you, but it's so true. And more importantly, I don't have control about what other people think of me. And having this in my head, knowing that I have no control of what they think of me, made all the difference. The only thing that I can control is what I do, what I say, how I act, and let's just focus on what I can control. That's a huge one. That's a really huge one that I learned from Stoicism. Now, because I try not to think so much about what other people are thinking, I can more confidently make decisions. I can more confidently speak in front of people, and it has changed the game. Great, so we're moving in the right direction. There's nothing holding me back. Why am I still unhappy? I grew up thinking that happiness would come when I graduate, when I get the job, when I get the promotion. It wasn't true. I got them. I wasn't happy. It has been a process for me to learn that I shouldn't put my happiness on external things. I needed to focus on what I can control and base my happiness on that. Now I'm happy because I know I did my best. I know I put in the effort, and whatever happens based on that is completely out of my control. Archers are actually a really good example of this. The archer's job is to have the perfect form, to release the arrow at the correct time, and do everything at the right angle. But what happens after they release is it's not up to them anymore. So it's kind of the same idea. I'm repeating myself, huh? Anyway, all of this has made me generally a lot happier at my job. Obviously, things have changed. I've moved companies. I've changed roles completely. But I think that my happiness and how I feel in general about work is largely based on my mindset. Had I not learned to change all of these things, it wouldn't matter what company I'm working for or what role I'm playing. I still wouldn't have been happy. I still would have been held back by imposter syndrome, and I still wouldn't have been going in the right direction. So these three things, I think, are my main takeaways from Stoicism. If you haven't yet, you need to make sure that you have this enabled in your core plugins. You want to have your daily notes enabled, and you also want to have templates enabled. And then you want to decide where you want your templates to live in. I have a folder called irrelevance, which means these are files that I don't want to see in my graph. I put a templates folder under it, and then I just fill out the usual date and time format. Similarly, you want to open up your daily notes plugin, and you want to choose where you want these notes to live, and also which template they should use for your daily. Before I can set that, I need to make sure that this file is under that folder. So I'm going to do move file to for irrelevant templates. And then now I'm going to fix my settings, and I'm going to choose morning template. Now I could create a daily note. So when I open my daily note, it's going to have the date today, and it's going to have the questions that I just listed. So obviously you can tweak this. You can have just one question you ask yourself every day. You can have just a few, or you can have like a really long, ridiculous list and just go cycle through that, which is kind of what I'm doing right here. I only have a few so far, but over time, I anticipate that I'm gonna build up this list and I'm just gonna run through them. If you're still here, if you like the content of this video, please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know that this is something that you are looking for. And if you have any other questions or anything you want me to cover about Obsidian or product management, do let me know, because I really want to make more videos. All right, see you later.